I can't find my clipper thing. But anywho, what's up, beauties? So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Now, the new year has started. We've had our video of the nighttime routine, why it's so vital, why it's so important. So now you if you've started, I hope you started, you'll start to see some impact or some changes. But even more so getting into that as well. Like we're in the new year, and even for me around my birthday. My birthday is like a new year for me as well, and it's in the spring, so that's definitely like a new year. Everything is coming back alive. But for me, um, I had it on my mirror for last year, and I'm definitely, getting into it this year as well. I definitely made some changes last year that was helping me become that girl. Like I know I can't be the only one that has told themselves like I'm gonna do what it takes to become that girl. Now, before we get down into it, listen, becoming that girl is not based on anybody else's thoughts, ideas, whatever. Becoming that girl is whatever you feel like that girl is, okay? For you. So for me, becoming that girl is bettering myself, not thinking about anybody else's thoughts of what I should be, ideas, what society feels, thinks, etc. Becoming that girl is solely about me, who I am becoming, what I am cultivating, and what I am trying to do. So, becoming that girl, let me tell you a few things, and y'all let me know. Let me know if this is you or if you made some changes or if you're trying to become that girl. We're going to ease into that thing together. So, for me, becoming that girl, I felt like I had definitely slacked off with the way I ate, with exercising, all of that. So, I'm definitely getting that back in tune. And I wrote out my list. I've told y'all before. Let me get it because I got it right here. Maybe I plan about a quarter, okay? And so with mine, like I have my goals for the year. And I don't know if you've ever read the 12-week year. If you have not, definitely read it. I may come back and do another video that talks about great book recommendations because I'm an avid reader. But getting back to the point. So I did my goals for the year and I broke them down by quarter, then by month, and then I have my things to do for the week. Okay. So one of my things um, on becoming that girl was definitely level up from myself and my personal brand. Now I told y'all in the very, very first video, if you've watched it, like even doing this, doing YouTube's, doing content was it was a sticky subject. Okay. I felt like I didn't have the time and it takes so much, but becoming that girl, I'm here. I'm doing it. I've been asked so many times to do it, and so I'm now finally here. So again, like I was saying, becoming that girl, I wasn't happy with where I was health wise in regarding to weight, in regarding to what I eat. And I know so many people, in our community suffer from high blood pressure, hypertension, diabetes, and all of these different ailments. And I was just like, we have the power to change that trajectory for ourselves and for our kids. And so I wrote down, my goals in that and really sticking to it, setting myself up for success by preparing myself prior to the day of when I need to do something. So, becoming that girl for me, I have changed the way I eat. We don't eat out much as it is because my family is they're spoiled and they act like they can only eat from the house, which is a good thing in a sense. But at the same time, have y'all seen the prices of groceries? Okay. So we definitely eat a lot at home, but still eating at home can still be very unhealthy. So I changed, and one of my things is I put down that we'll eat meals that are only vegetables, no meat, at least 3 times a week. Another one is consume half my body weight in water. So I went and bought, and I don't know where it's at. I gotta find my bottle. I bought this 34-ounce glass bottle from the Tabitha Brown line that just launched this past Sunday, and I've already calculated 3 of those will get me half of my body weight. So definitely sticking to that and making sure I hit up the gym now. Before we get into the gym, let me be very clear what the gym is for me, because I know some people really hate going to the gym, and some people just really hate working out. But for me, the gym is more than just working out. The gym is a release for me. Like if you're a person like me that's constantly thinking, constantly strategizing, constant just mind just constantly going, um, it's a lot. And so I find when I go to the gym and I'm working out, a lot of the thoughts that I had, I can run through them as well as like when I have my nighttime routine. So the gym is a release for me. The gym is also, it just gets me hyped. It's where I get a lot of ideas as well on things that I want to do, things I think about, and it's also a time for me to learn. If you're a person that is busy, you really have to utilize your time in the best way that's going to benefit your life as a whole. So for me, um, I don't listen to music while I'm at the gym. I'll either watch YouTube videos, I will listen to an Audible, I will listen to a podcast. That's a great time for me to learn and retain the information. And it keeps me focused. As crazy as it sounds, I'm, again, like I said, one of those busy minded people. So listening to something where I'm having to focus to that also helps me to focus in my workout. Another thing is I do hot yoga at least once a week, and I go to the most amazing hot yoga studio that is Black woman owned. And every class I go to is full of women that look like me or brown women. It's an inspiration, and then I'm poured into when I go to my hot yoga class. So that's also a release. It's also a reset for me. So if you're trying to become that girl for you, and if these are some of the things that's on your list that you want to do, I know we always have things that we can improve on. Try changing it up. Try a hot yoga class. I can't do regular yoga because it's, I don't know. I think the heat makes me really focus in. Again, I told you I have one of those forever going mind, so I need something else to distract one part of my brain while I do another activity. It's the way God made me, okay? So try changing it up. Try finding something that is fun, or try finding something that is a release. Or if you go to the gym and you just do not like going to the gym, or you're starting out with the workout and it seems hard, try putting on an Audible book. Try doing a podcast. Try watching YouTube. For me, it makes the time go by fast, and I'm always listening to something that's inspiring. So it makes me definitely go the extra mile in the gym. Okay. Um, Number two, one of my things was, again, like I said, increasing my personal brand. I know what my purpose is. I just, and I can't be the only one. Am I the only one? I know I'm not the only one. Like, seriously, let me know. But increasing my personal brand, um, and getting out there. If you know me, if you've been around me, you know my heart is in empowering women, encouraging women, giving whatever information or advice I've learned, freely sharing it. But I would just only do it in the salon, or those that are around me. But I know that I'm supposed to do more for more people. And I've done like Facebook groups, and it was amazing. And I shudder back. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But um, I'm working on myself in the area again, becoming that girl to really put myself out there. And at the end of the day, this is not just for me, but for you. You are the only one stopping you. Can't nobody do you like you. So why are you not doing you? Why are you not becoming that girl? Why are you? We know the crazy thing is, like, we know sometimes the things that we're great at. We know where our power is. We know, even those of us that know our purpose, we know those things. But for whatever reason, there is something in us some of the times that's just either scared, fearful, whatever the case may be. That's just, I don't know, we just don't do it. But I encourage you this year to push yourself to do that thing. I think what we're desiring for ourselves individually, what we want for our lives individually, is on the other side of the thing that we don't stick to, we're not disciplined to do, or that we know we're supposed to do, but we just kind of like procrastinate or play around with it. So I encourage you with becoming that girl. If you know what that is, that you should be doing, just start small steps. Again, write it out and just do small tasks at a time. Okay. Another thing was, like I said in the first video, it's time. It's time to get out and network. It's time to meet some new women. That is one thing I've always loved, is fellowship or relationship with women. A vibe. That's a vibe. No, those that are going to encourage you. No hate, just all love, having a good time, as well as that share. They share. They if they know something, they gonna tell you because you their sister. If they see you slacking, they're gonna tell you because that's your sister. Like, friends don't let friends slack. I want to be around people that are doing something, that are trying to do something on the road to doing something for themselves. And I'm not saying whatever it is that they're doing has to be what I'm doing or what I think they should, as long as they're doing something. I remember I listened to a sermon or something a while ago, and it was saying, stay away from people. And I don't know what, I'm gonna have to find it and I'm gonna come back. But just stay away from those people that don't have anything to lose. And another thing is, being around people that don't have anything to lose will help you lose all your ish. Okay, so you have to be very mindful, very careful of the company that you keep, especially as you get old. Well, hell, even young. I'm constantly telling my son, be mindful of the company that you keep. Care enough about yourself that you're not allowing yourself to go into situations that's going to hinder you and not help you. So for me, that's a part of becoming that girl. Okay. Back to health, juicing. I got the Nama J2 juicer for Christmas because that's what I asked for and I wanted it. And baby, she makes juicing a breeze. So that was another thing on my list, is that I do a juice every day. When I'm at work, I don't take breaks. It works better for me. So drinking two juices during the workday or throughout the workday, and maybe eating a handful or so of popcorn or whatever, it works great for me. And then I eat dinner when I come home at night. That way I can continue going. But it also gives me energy. It helps to cleanse my system, and get the nutrients, the minerals, vitamins, all of those things that I need down quick and easy. So those are a few things with becoming that girl. But the things too that are even in depth before you can even do, I think some of those surface level, but not surface in the sense of fraudulent or anything like that, but more so your outer appearance. Becoming that girl also is a mental and emotional thing. If you did, when I talked about in another video, write down what your pillars are in your spiritual, emotional, financial, and physical, your goals, your pillars, your things you needed to do. Emotional, mental is a huge thing, a very huge thing. Um, and you can't become that girl if the inside is not right. I don't care how much makeup you put on. I don't care what designer you wear. I don't care how good your hair looks. It's what's in the inside is going to always show up on the outside eventually. So even before getting into this space of really, redefining myself, really changing up things that were no longer fitting with me, and making them more things that do fit, I took the time to be still within and go within me, like self awareness. If you're not self aware, I urge you to take the time to start becoming self aware. And again, going back to that nighttime routine, that's why I absolutely love it, because those are your moments to become self aware and to be very honest with yourself. It's just you by yourself. If you can't be honest with yourself, I mean, come on. Okay. Um, you can be vulnerable with yourself. You need to be honest with yourself so that you can correct whatever is not working for you, whatever is not getting you to the place that you want to be in. So, taking time to meditate, if there are, for me, I had to really deal with some issues that I had growing up, and a lot of things I went through, as well as, young adult years, even into like now times. And journaling has been a great help in that, because it allows me to get the thoughts out, write them down, read them, see them, and I can journey back and see where I was at 6 months ago, a year ago, 3 months ago, and see my progress that I've made, or if I've been consistent with my progress. And so, with that, really becoming self aware, really taking time with yourself, really just diving deep and asking yourself, what is it about me that I don't like? You know, and you know what? Thinking about that, that's one of the things, like, when people have these secrets or these whatever situations, and they are fearful of being around people, or fearful of being close, or just harbor down by all of these secrets, or they do things, I mean, they don't want nobody to know, it's because they're ashamed of them, or they have some feeling towards it. And you have to ask yourself, if I am ashamed of it, or if this bothers me so much, why haven't I done anything about it? Again, accountability. Like I've said before, accountability is one of the hardest things for people to do. But the moment you begin doing it, you begin to free yourself and you begin to correct whatever issues or situations or nuances that you have. You cannot correct what you're not aware of. And so becoming self-aware, being honest with yourself and being accountable to yourself really begins the process, really begins the healing process, really begins the self-awareness process. And that's where you can begin to start making changes for yourself. And along with that, when you are self-aware, when you are becoming that girl and you are comfortable and you love you and you're good with you, baby, let me tell you something. The quickest way to cool down some tea is own your tea yourself. Like if I tell you my tea or whatever, it loses its power. You ain't never seen anybody that spoke with, and I'm not saying that you have to tell out your business, but what I'm saying is if it ain't nothing to tell you and you own it, that it lose. Have you ever noticed that? Like it loses its steam, and it's just like, somebody try to say something about somebody, they be like, yeah, and point, or oh, you used to do this back in the day, and did, but isn't growth a beautiful thing? What did old girl do on Insecure? Growth. Okay, growth. That's where we at. That's where we at. Growth. And so becoming self-aware, becoming accountable with yourself, it gets you to that place of having that growth and nobody can hold anything over your head. You own your ish and you move forward because baby, that person that you knew is no longer here. So honey, you don't even know me. Allow me to reintroduce myself or not, because maybe you don't need to be in my bubble. You don't need to be in my circle. I'm gonna ask you to exit stage left. So that's why it's a really becoming accountable and self-aware is a very intricate and big part and becoming that girl. So if you're becoming that girl, let your girl know, because we're gonna keep on going with this. I think I might make a series because I have a few things to like, getting better with my makeup and skincare and things that did and don't work. Y'all let me know in the comments. Let me know what y'all think if y'all want that. But I think what we just talked about is a really good start with becoming that girl. And if you're on that journey to becoming that girl, for you, a reminder is for you, not what anybody else thinks you should be, but what you feel for yourself. Let me know in the comments, some of your goals, some of your things to becoming that girl, or what you want to do for you that helps you to become that girl for yourself. Okay. Until next time, talk to you later, beauties. Bye.